The following portion of the Arizona Daily Mix is sponsored on behalf of Viking Law Group by On the Mark Media.
When you're looking for a personal injury lawyer, you want to make sure they are there for you. And joining me is Juan Roque of Viking Law Group to tell us how Viking Law is here for us. And I'll tell you, Juan, I'm a big fan of yours already.
Thanks,
you know
Brad.
that,
Thank
former
you.
Detroit Lions football player. But also the big thing is, you know Arizona. This is home to you from college time, and now you're back here. And that's why Viking Law Group is such an important company and so important law firm to have here, because people get hurt in Arizona, and sometimes the other firms are from out of town or, you know, maybe just in very quickly and out. That's what Viking Law is here to make sure that you're taken care of.
Yes, we are a local Arizona law firm. We have several Sun Devils. No Wildcats yet, but that will change as we grow, I'm sure. But really, the mentality of what we have is obviously we want to fight for people in Arizona that have been victims of personal injury, auto accidents, dog bites, and so forth, and have kind of an old school mentality and approach to it, where we are, you know, client driven, client obsessed, making sure that the client is not only educated in the process, but is aware of why things are happening and the different elements that go into a personal injury matter, like a specific for a car accident, where there's two separate claims, for instance. There's the vehicle and then there's the bodily injury. And I feel that people, when they're empowered with information, when you educate them properly and they understand the process, it just makes you a lot more effective as a firm in representing that client in their claim.
Yeah, you said right there that there's a lot goes into a settlement, a lot goes into if you have to go to court, and it's not what you find Googling. You need actually a law firm there for you, and that's what's important, especially when we talk about personal injury, because a lot of people don't realize that maybe that slip at the gym or that slip on the sidewalk that's taking you out of your work, taking you away from your family, is something that you can go and get, you know, taken care of. You can go have someone fight for you for that.
Right, and personal injury is serious business. I know that we live in a market and an age where there's a lot of different types of marketing schemes, you know, slogans and people dancing around and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's a very human situation. Something happened to somebody, and that person suffered an injury as a result. Again, car accident, dog bite, they fell as a result of negligence. So it's very important that the person, when they are injured in something like that, that they understand that the person you hire is important. The law firm you hire is important, that they have the infrastructure, that they have the staff in place that's going to be able to not only understand what happened and how it happened and why it happened, but to put the person into the best position to get the maximum compensation for what their injuries and pain and suffering and so forth were. And that takes specialization. It takes education. It takes competence. But it also takes a little bit of understanding and empathy that you are dealing with somebody who suffered something traumatic. You know, they may have lost a loved one in an accident. So all those different things have to come into play. And you always have to remember that's a person. That's something happened to them. It's not about just the money and getting them signed up. It's about getting them the best outcome for themselves and their situation.
Yeah, and the big part is that you guys are local. You know the community, you know this neighborhood, you know what's going on. Even know some of the people, you know, that they might be, I hate to say that, they might have to be suing. Then you guys can sit down and work together because you're here with them to help them get the best they can.
Absolutely. Again, it's really just coming down to the fact of making sure that when you are a victim of something, an accident, a dog bite, and so forth, that you do your research a little bit and make sure that when you're speaking to a potential attorney, that one, they're local, they understand the local complexities of Arizona laws and statutes. Every state's different. Every state has a little bit of a variance. It's not just a matter of filing a claim and getting paid. And sadly, a lot of these out-of-state firms that are coming in, they're trying to just cash in on Arizonans, and it's a little bit unsettling when I've been in this business 17 years right here in the Valley. And to see this kind of happening, it's almost feel like Arizonans are being taken advantage of for the sake of somebody's profit line, and we're not going to do that. We're going to make sure that we represent that person in that individual case. No two cases are alike, and we're here for the people of Arizona, and I take a lot of pride in that, being a Sun Devil and being in this business for a long time.
I love it. That's it right there. It's Viking Law Group. Information's right there on the screen, or you can head over to the CW7AZ.com to find out more information. We thank you, Juan, for stopping in.
Thank you, Brad, and I know your fellow Motowner. I was in Detroit for 9 years, and we had a great conversation before, so we look forward to talking to you about the Lions in the future.
Love it. All right. Come on back. We got more mix after this.
The preceding portion of the Arizona Daily Mix was sponsored on behalf of Viking Law Group by On the Mark Media.